What's up? Peace, 13 love, 13 wisdom, 13 knowledge, 13 respect. Rise of Fly House, 6 Large Nines, Royal Low Bay, son of Oklahoma. That's the real name. That's the Guineas. 13 love to everybody. 13 love to all my cousins in TLC. 13 love. You can never say too much 13 love, G. You should say it every day, multiple times a day. You ain't got to say it to everybody, but just to say it is a good thing to say. Because that's the vibration of the planet. And that's the vibration that the planet is going back to. How can the planet be the level 13 frequency and still be going to? Because the same way that you are existing in a fractal reality that we call an illusion or a holographic universe, you also exist here, but you also exist everywhere. And so since we're speaking of time, we're existing in time, that everywhere is every time period. So Royale is Roland Darcel Rambo Bay. Or is a part of, I'm going to, my bad. I'm going a whole nother route. But check this out, listen. Look up fractals. Fractal, any information on fractal, like fractal lights, fractal matters, and it's, or like perfect loops. Like you got certain pictures you take where you can zoom in on the picture and you can loop it and it'll constantly keep looking like you're looking at the same thing. Those are fractals. And this whole universe is made off of fractals, which means that basically it's layers on top of each other. So how you see this whole, like this wall behind me, my glow, if you can see it. unnecessary. Me, it's really multiple layers of light pictures of me put together, which create the illusion of density. And so me, or you, who's ever resonated with this video, I am here, but I'm not. I'm in the body, but at the same time, like I said, I'm everywhere. Because I'm light. So are you. The original beings on this planet, or these original human beings, were light beings. Humans, or these physical bodies, are later vessels. But man were light beings. And some of them were born into the reality, but they come from a lineage or a line so ancient that they actually had the inner and understanding of the original technology on this planet, which is the human body. They had the ability to either be born in the reality or manifest in the reality, meaning they understood fractal technology. They were able to take lights around them from another realm, which will be the fourth realm, we would say, because we're in the third. So let's say it's the fourth realm because you can't see the breath, but you know it's there. That is because it's existing on a higher frequency. Do I know exactly what frequency? No, I don't. But regardless of the fact, it's on a higher frequency. So that means anybody that is an energy practitioner, you are dealing with unseen energy and you're making it manifest or become seen within this third dimension, which means you're pulling it from a higher dimension, or you're collecting so much of it that it has created so many layers of itself that it actually causes you to be able to push the air. Where at one point, anything between me, I can't touch. But with the knowledge and the wisdom that is gained from not just outer information, but my meditation and traveling through one's own Akashic records, you find that you are able to manipulate energy at a level beyond running, talking, hearing, eating. You are able to manipulate energy where you can interface with the weather. You can interface with other people's auras, which means you are able to feel and hear the energy. All of it is dealing with energy. And all of it is dealing with you being able to reach the frequency to access the energy through the mind, the body, and the soul, the spirit. Through the mind, the body, and the spirit, the soul is activated and it is allowed to move in and out of dimensions. Giving you a lot of deep information. It's facts though. Super facts. Super facts! Yo, so this fractal, when I came across this fractal information, it really tied a lot of things together. And that's mostly what I do. The more I come into myself and I start to unlock these other pathways and other doorways that I've had dormant within my own body, my own chi, my own energy, my own DNA, my own memories, I found that a lot of the things that are considered to be myth are actually true and can be scientifically proven. And a lot of them has already been scientifically proven, which is why we're in a great time. We're in a great time where the spirit of the Most High is on the planet for everybody. And it's been here for a while. But now that spirit has come so strong that it's starting to manifest in this reality. I just seen on ABC News that they put a breatharian on there. And ironically, I had already just been seeing the girls' videos going across the web on YouTube. And then they put her video on the news. Now, they're going to trick you. You already tricked because you don't know where the hell you are. You don't know where the hell you're going. You don't know where the hell you're facing. You just here. So you have to get that in order, which is about being still first. Being still and allowing your energies to recirculate, to calibrate to the frequency of the planet, so that once it knows where the frequency of the society is, it can now know what's not the society. So it'll know what nature sounds like. You see what I'm saying? Your aura will get back in tune with its environment, because that's ultimately the problem why a lot of people are not doing things, because you're not in nature. You're not in nature. You're not in your power. You haven't stepped into your power. I use this power word because that's a word that people are very used to when they think of abilities. But with great power comes great responsibility, and that does not change. That wasn't something that they just said in Spider-Man because it sounded good. That is actually very true. Because you have to be able to handle the type of energy that you're going to take in. And you got to be able to decipher what information is good for you and what is not good for you. And you got to decipher where that's basically what I said. You got to decipher where it's coming from. So first of all, if you're eating meat, you're going to have a hard time doing this. Very hard time. Because the second brain is always clogged, which is your stomach. It's always clogged. So you're going to have a very hard time if you try to bring in these subtle energies, or should I say, if you try to decalcify yourself too fast. Because ultimately it's not the pineal gland that's decalcified. The vessel itself is decalcified, because this is just the seat of the soul. So once the capitan, which is supposed to be you, is gone, they say it becomes calcified, it becomes white, it becomes cancerous. That's the snow. That's that snow you see. It's that cold you see. It's that ice. That's that hail you see. Follow me? So once that is calcified, everything else becomes calcified. Now the second brain, as above, so below. So if the first brain is calcified, then the second brain is going to be calcified. And it's going to represent itself in you wanting to eat the bad foods. You want the chips. You want the gummies. You want the candy. You want the pop. You want all of these things because and this is also dealing with the ego, understanding and overstanding that the ego is nothing but also a mechanism or a companion with you along your journey, but is a child and has to be taught as a child to be directed to what really needs to be done. Your ego is not bad. That is a lie. Because if your ego didn't exist, you wouldn't exist. Because it helps you to define who you are. If you really want to be honest, your ego is your lower self. But you do not let go of the lower self. You embrace and you overstand the lower self, and then you go to another level. That's the moral way. That's the Amaru way. That's that Ama way. Or I'm awake. But I'm not awakened. I'm not caring about this shit out there. I'm awakened in here. And so, because I'm awakened in here, I'm rich in here. I am that I am in here. I'm everything in here. Because the Most High gave me a body or vessel or identity or a density to allow me to express myself on. And getting created bridges. The Most High Elohims, they made bridges between the multiple families. And these fractal colors, these different frequencies started merging. So you get your rainbow from. But in the process of them merging, it was a new, multiple different colors was created. Different frequencies. Different identities. Different spaces where every individual being is the I self, law, and master. Can be that in that frequency. Because it's their frequency. Because mama don't judge. She accepts you for who you are. But she wants the best and wants you to be the best you that you can be. Is that too much to ask? Is that really a bad thing to ask? I mean, really, think about it. Nature don't want nothing from you but to be in harmony. Now, people worry about their bills, worry about their finance, worry about their children, they worry about their house, their TV, all this materialistic shit. Oh, the government's going to collapse. So what? So fucking what? What you should be worried about is, oh, the fucking national park volcano went off. Oh, that shit's on everything, period. You can have the best town in the world, highest technology, richest people, smartest children, and a big ass tornado can come right through and sweep that shit. So who really got the power? It's time for y'all to think. Who has the power? That's why the light starts from within first. And then you get things on this outer realm. Because everything will only just be a reminder that it started here first. And if I don't take care of home, I'm definitely doing wrong. I'm going to leave it with that, y'all. So I'm rambling. It was a good ramble, though. 13 love, 13 wisdom, 13 knowledge, 13 respect. Rise and fly, stay true like the nines. I am royal obey. Son of big, I'm a mama, netters and netter rules, nay guys, nay guineas, I'm out.